Hi guys, so if you're watching this video, you are probably in the group that is making a Sway for your Wonders of the World project. So I wanted to just kind of give you like a real quick overview of what that looks like. So first off, to get into Sway, you can open that up here in Canvas. So we're going to go to Sway, that's Office 365. And then open that up in a new window from Canvas. That's going to take you here. You might have to log in to get to this point. If you do have to log in, the login is just your computer login. So whatever you normally use to log into the computer. Then I'm going to hit this button right here to go ahead and create our Sway. So this is Create New. And what I really love about Sway is that everything is laid out for you. So it's really step by step, and it's really easy to use this to create a website. So the first thing that we are going to do is give it a title. So we'll call this The Wonders of the World, right? So that's our title. And then I can use this button right here to add a background to our title. And what I love about Sway, one of the things I love about Sway is that you can search for images right here in Sway. So if I wanted to search for a picture that goes along with Wonders of the World, I can type that in here to my search and search for that. And it's going to search the internet. And hey, here's a really cool picture of, oh man, there's so many choices. Let's do this guy. This is the Cristo de Redentor, since none of you are doing that. And now that is the background to my title. So this is all done in Storyline. Storyline is where you put all of your text and all of your pictures. And then if you click Design over here, you can actually see what your website's going to look like. So you can see it gave it a title, Wonders of the World, and then it put that image in the background. But man, I don't like the way that image looks right now because it cut off the head of the statue. So I'm going to go back here to Storyline, and I'm going to click this little Details button. And right here it says background, and then I can see, okay, that's where my picture is. Can I change this? Yeah, so I'm going to come over here to a thing called Focus Points, and I'm going to tell Sway, hey, I really want to see the head of the statue. Okay, so I'm going to make that a focus point, and then I'm going to close that. And now if I go back to design, hey, look at that. So now the title's there, and then we have the image here. This is kind of blurry. This is kind of a low resolution image, but that's okay. You guys kind of get the idea here. So I'm going to go back then to Storyline, and I'm going to add some more content. So let's add a text box. Okay. So this is a website about wonders of the world. Great. Okay, so we put that in. And now again, if I go back to design and I scroll down a little bit, oh man, it's buried. It's way down here. But you can see that this is a website about the wonders of the world has now shown up in our on our website. Okay. I don't love the way that looks. So maybe what I'm going to do is hit this little styles button over here to change up what this looks like. And you can see there are a whole bunch of different options for what we could make the website look like. So maybe I wanted it to look in this style. Okay, so that changed the font. It changed the way that title looks. And then you can see down here, this is a website about wonders of the world. It's showing up kind of small. Maybe let's change this to a horizontal layout. Okay, see now, instead of scrolling up and down, it scrolls left and right. So now my title page is over here, and then my text page is over here. I don't know about you, but I like that a little bit better. I also would like this to be a little bigger. So I'm going to click this. I'm going to click Emphasize, click Moderate, and that's going to make that text look a little bit bigger. So anytime you want to emphasize something, you can do it that way. Come back here to my Storyline, and now let's add another picture. Okay, so I've got some other wonders of the world. Hey, let's take this image of Petra right here. And one thing I like about this is that this number is a little bit bigger. That's the resolution of the image. So probably this will be a little less blurry. So I'm going to click that, and I'm going to add that. And now I've got a picture, and I can add a caption. Okay, so a caption is just like a short little bit of text that tells me about the picture. So we would say in this case, hey, this is Petra, and here's my picture. Go back to my design, and now you'll see, hey, awesome, Wonders of the World. This is a website about wonders of the world, and it added my picture. Okay. And Sway is constantly trying to make things look good, right? So it's doing its best to take the content that you've given it and make it look interesting or make it look appealing. Okay. So I'll add another thing down here. And what I'm actually going to do this time is add a heading. Okay. So a heading are like sections, right? So these are different sections, like in a book or in an article that you might read online. So let's make a section that are examples of wonders of the world. Cool. Okay. And then I'm going to add some examples. So now I'm going to add a text box. So one, let's say the statue of Zeus. Okay. Another one might be, let's see, Chichen Itza, right? Petra, we know from the picture. The Taj Mahal, we know. Um, let's see, the Great Pyramids are one. Okay. I'm not going to make a complete list. I'm just giving an example here. And now if I go back to design, okay, I still have my main title page. I have my description. I have my picture. And now I have a new title. So you see how it kind of broke this off into its own section. So now I've got examples of wonders of the world. And if I scroll over, hey, look at that. I've got my list here. Okay. And I'm going to emphasize this again to make that a little bit bigger, and it also centered it, which is cool. Again, Sway is always trying to make things look as cool as it can. Okay, so now I've got the beginnings of a website. And now I can go back and I can make changes again. So if I want to make this vertical, I can make it vertical. And now instead of going left to right, it goes up and down. If I want to make it look different, like a different format, maybe I want this like green color. I don't know. That's cool. So now you can see it's changed the way the title looks. It's changed the way the picture looks. Everything about it is a little bit different. And again, that's what I really like about Sway. You can put in whatever content you want, and then you can play with the different settings. Like you can play with the way that it looks. So we can also add another heading here. So we can have a heading 2. Let's see, who wrote the list? Okay. So who came up with this Wonders of the World idea, I wonder? So now I've got a new section. And then this time I'm going to add an image, right? So you guys might remember our good friend Herodotus, right? Greek historian who came up with this stuff. Hey, there's Herodotus, and here's a picture of Herodotus. So I'm going to add a picture, and I'm going to add a caption that answers the question for our section. So Herodotus wrote the first list of wonders of the world. Cool. And go back to design. And now, hey, who wrote the list of wonders of the world? I've got a picture of Herodotus, and now I've got a caption down here. Okay. So this is the basic idea behind Sway. You can add other things too. So if I click that little plus button, you guys know I can add images. I can also add in media, I can add videos. I can add audios. That's pretty cool too. Obviously, you know, you can add pictures. You can play with the design as much as you want. Other than this, guys, I would just suggest that you play around with it. But remember, you're going to be adding this content. Make sure you're using headings because that's going to organize your information into these sections, and just add whatever information you want and try to make it look cool. And just to give you an idea of this, guys, so you guys know I made an example of the statue of Zeus. You saw that in the explanation video. And mine looks like this. So I've got my heading with the image that you've seen. I actually made that first argument a heading so that it would stand out. I have a heading for fast facts, and then here's a text card with those fast facts. I had another like heading for that quote that I made that looked kind of cool. Same thing with the history, the construction, the art, other things to see. So you can see now I've got 7 headings. And then I actually also added a video. So here's a short video that I found on YouTube that relates to the statue of Zeus. And if I go to design, you can see how that all comes together. So here's that first heading. Here's the first section, the main argument that I made, the fast facts, the quote, the history, the construction. But you guys can explore that by actually opening this up. Okay. So that'll give you an idea, and I'll be around to help as well, guys. But hopefully that helps.